Did you know that in October 2025, thousands of Australians on pensions will see changes that could directly affect their payments, benefits, and even their future income? Missing these updates could mean missing out on money that's rightfully yours. In today's video, we're breaking down the key differences between the disability support pension and the age pension, and the major Centrelink updates for October 2025. Whether you're already receiving payments or preparing to apply, this guide will give you clear answers to what's changing, who it affects, and how you can make sure you're not left behind. The disability support pension and the age pension are two of the most important payments provided by Centrelink to Australians, yet many people still find it confusing to understand how they are different and how updates each year can affect their personal situation. Both of these payments are designed to provide long-term financial security, but the eligibility rules, the application process, the rates, and even the extra benefits attached to them have key differences. October 2025 has brought in another round of changes as part of the regular indexation cycle, and it is essential to know how these updates apply whether you are currently receiving one of these pensions or are planning to apply soon. The disability support pension, often shortened to DSP, is available to people who have a permanent physical, intellectual, or psychiatric condition that prevents them from working. This does not mean a temporary illness or an injury that might improve over time. Centrelink requires strong medical evidence that the condition is permanent, fully diagnosed, and fully treated, and that it seriously limits the person's capacity to engage in employment. The process of applying is detailed and sometimes challenging. Applicants need medical reports, assessments, and sometimes undergo Centrelink's own evaluation through the Job Capacity Assessment or the Disability Medical Assessment. Because the test is strict, not everyone who applies is successful, but for those who qualify, the DSP provides a vital source of income support that can last for decades until they reach pension age. The age pension is different because it is not based on medical conditions, but purely on age and financial need. Once a person reaches 67 years of age, they can apply for the age pension as long as they meet residency requirements and pass the income and assets test. This payment is designed to support Australians through their retirement years when employment is no longer the main source of income. While the base payment rate for DSP and age pension is usually set at the same level, the differences show up in the pathways to qualification, the rules about working and earning extra income, and the type of supplements that can be received alongside the main payment. In October 2025, the most noticeable change for both pensions is the increase in the base rate as part of the regular indexation process. Every March and September, the rates are adjusted to keep up with changes in the Consumer Price Index and male total average weekly earnings. Because inflation has been running higher than expected in the past year, the increase this October is larger than what many had predicted. A single pensioner now receives a higher fortnightly base rate, and couples, whether both eligible or partnered with a non-pensioner, also see an increase in their combined payment. These increases might look small on paper, often a few dollars more per fortnight, but across the year, they add up to hundreds of dollars. For people living on fixed incomes, this can mean an easier time covering groceries, utilities, transport, and medical costs. Another key update is the adjustment to the income and assets test thresholds. These tests determine how much pension you receive if you have other income or assets. For example, if you have money in the bank, investments, or property other than your primary home, Centrelink reduces your pension once your assets pass a certain threshold. Similarly, if you earn income from work, superannuation, or business, your payment can be reduced. From October 2025, the thresholds have been lifted, which means you can hold a little more wealth or earn a little more income before your pension is cut. This is particularly beneficial for those approaching pension age who may have superannuation balances or part-time work. It also helps DSP recipients who have small amounts of savings or investments. An important distinction is that age pensioners have access to the work bonus scheme, which allows them to earn extra income from employment without it reducing their pension up to a certain amount. DSP recipients do not get the work bonus in the same way, although they are allowed to work limited hours depending on their capacity. This becomes significant when someone moves from DSP to the age pension. Many people on DSP are automatically transferred once they reach 67, and they notice that their ability to keep some extra earnings improves under the age pension rules. Supplements and concessions are another area where the two pensions overlap but are not identical. Both DSP and age pension recipients can receive the pensioner concession card, which provides discounts on pharmaceuticals, public transport, utilities, and some council rates. People on DSP may also qualify for additional disability-specific assistance, such as the mobility allowance or other targeted payments, depending on their situation. Age pensioners, on the other hand, may have broader access to state and territory concessions designed specifically for seniors. In October 2025, there have also been adjustments to energy supplements and pharmaceutical benefits to help with the rising cost of living. These supplements remain part of the pension package and are indexed alongside the main payment. Residency requirements continue to be an important factor. For both pensions, applicants generally need to have been Australian residents for at least 10 years, with at least 5 of those years being continuous. There are exceptions, especially under international social security agreements that Australia has signed with other countries. For DSP, there can also be exceptions for severe disabilities acquired in Australia. These requirements have not changed in October 2025, but they remain a common reason for rejection, especially for migrants who have not yet met the minimum years of residence. Processing times and application experiences have been another focus of reform. DSP applications have traditionally taken months to process because of the heavy evidence requirements and medical assessments. The government has committed to reducing waiting times by introducing digital medical evidence lodgement, increasing Centrelink staff dedicated to disability claims, and simplifying some of the assessment tools. From October 2025 onwards, the aim is that applications will be processed more quickly, although many applicants will want to wait and see whether these promises translate into real improvements. For age pension, the process is usually quicker, but even there, delays have been reported in busy periods. Another issue that matters to many people is portability, or the ability to take the pension overseas. The age pension allows longer overseas payment periods compared to DSP. Under current rules, age pension can generally be paid indefinitely overseas, although the rate may be reduced after 26 weeks depending on your working life residency. DSP, by contrast, is more restricted, and unless you have a severe and permanent disability, you may only be paid for a limited time overseas. In October 2025, small adjustments have been made to allow short trips overseas without immediate suspension, but the basic principle remains that age pension is more flexible for those wishing to spend time abroad. For couples where one partner is on DSP and the other is reaching age pension age, the October 2025 updates to the income and assets test thresholds mean it is an ideal time to review their situation. Sometimes transferring to the age pension earlier is more beneficial, while in other cases remaining on DSP is preferable until both partners qualify for age pension. The combined household income and assets always play a role, so understanding the rules clearly can make a noticeable difference in fortnightly payments. Looking closely at the numbers, the increases in October 2025 bring the single pension rate to a higher level than ever before, and the combined couple rate also reflects the rising costs of living. While no increase ever feels like it fully covers inflation, advocacy groups have welcomed the fact that pensions remain indexed to both prices and wages, protecting them from losing real value over time. The system is far from perfect, but without indexation, pensioners would quickly fall behind in meeting everyday expenses. Another important aspect is supplements related to rent assistance. For pensioners who do not own their home and are renting privately, rent assistance provides an additional top-up. From October 2025, the maximum rate of rent assistance has also been adjusted upwards. This is especially important given rising rental costs across Australia. While many seniors own their homes outright, a growing number still rent, and for them, rent assistance combined with their pension can be the difference between stability and financial stress. People often ask which pension is better overall. The reality is that the two payments are structured to serve different groups. DSP is targeted towards those of working age who are unable to work due to disability. The age pension is for older Australians who have reached retirement age. In terms of money, they are broadly equal, but the support services and side benefits differ. The real question for many is how to transition smoothly from one to the other when the time comes, and what to expect in terms of changes to their income and concessions. For individuals on DSP who are approaching 67, Centrelink usually transitions them automatically to the age pension, but it is always wise to check the figures yourself. Sometimes, the automatic transfer results in a small difference in payment because of the way income or assets are assessed. Checking early can prevent shocks and give you the chance to prepare. October 2025 is particularly important for this because of the threshold increases, which might change whether you are assessed as full rate or part rate. The conversation about pensions is not only about fortnightly payments, but also about dignity and independence. These pensions allow Australians who cannot work or who have finished their working life to live with security and confidence. Each update, such as the one in October 2025, is not just about numbers on a page, but about real people who rely on that income for food, medicine, transport, and participation in community life. In conclusion, the disability support pension and the age pension are similar in many ways, but serve different purposes. The October 2025 updates bring higher payments, more generous thresholds, and small improvements in service delivery. For some, this means a little extra breathing room in the budget. For others, especially those nearing transition from DSP to age pension, it means an opportunity to review their financial situation carefully. The key is to stay informed, check your entitlements, and make sure you take advantage of every supplement and concession available. These updates are shaping the financial future for seniors and disability support recipients across Australia. Staying informed means staying ahead, so always check your eligibility, review your entitlements, and take action before it's too late. Thanks for watching, take care, and see you in the next update.